So guys, as you can see, that wasn't about the coffee, but I wanted one of those like really sick shots that I see everybody doing, those really sick shots. So of course, that's what I did. But it's not about the coffee, it's actually about this hat right here. Angler's Edge Apparel, go check them out. It's almost Christmas time, you're looking for presents for people. Sickest angling gear I've ever found in my life. These guys are not sponsoring me. I'm not looking for sponsorship out of them. I just wanted to show you guys. I mean, how sick is that? Look at that bass. Anyhow guys, with that being said, let's jump into this how-to. What's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Yank Your Crank. I'm Chris, and today we're going to be talking about something that I love to do, and that is crankbait fish. Crankbait fishing, but not just any type of crankbait fishing, of course. We're going to be Carolina rigging crankbaits. I know it sounds weird. It was a technique I learned as a kid, and I really like to do this technique in those winter and summer months when those fish are slow and lethargic. So guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. Okay guys, so the things you're going to need some egg weights. Now these have bigger holes than I was intended to use. So basically what I typically use is toothpicks for bobber stops. They just work really well. I know you're probably looking at me like I'm crazy for using toothpicks for bobber stops. However, they do work really well, and it's a lot cheaper than getting bobber stops. Plus those bobber stops are so small, I don't know that they would cover this hole. So with that being said guys, the alternative that I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to tie this up on the line. And at that point you could probably use one of those like teardrop weights or something of that nature. You just want something, these weights here, it's nonsense, there we go. So with these weights you just want something that's 3/4 of an ounce to an ounce weight. And what I'll do is I'll just take, for the purposes of showing you this technique, I typically wouldn't probably do this, but just tie it on there. Just tie it overhand knot, tie it on there. I know this is probably a silly way of doing this, but for the purposes of this video, that's how we're doing it. So what you want to do is you want to tie it on there where it's not going to go anywhere. Then you want to come down your line. You want to put this aside, come down your line. Oh, probably I'd say 18 inches or so. And then you're going to thread through and you're just going to tie your crankbait on. Then you're going to come down here right like that. You're just going to tie it on. And this is the knot I always use. I loop that line over, and you want your finger in the middle of it. Then you're going to cross it over itself, and you go under, You want to do that typically about, I'd say 5 times. Then when you get it through that section there, and you want to go through this loop, as you can see right there. So the loop that I created with my finger, you want to pull that line through there. You want to pull it up till it's about tight. Then of course normally I'd wet the line, but once it's tight, then just cinch it down and trim your tag in here. Trim your tag in right there, and there you go. That's a Carolina crankbait rig right there. And I'll throw those typically throughout the winter months, summer months, flats, rocky points, things that are kind of ledges that fish sit on. These work great. So guys, with that being said, that's this how-to. So guys, that's going to do it for this how-to. I hope that you enjoy this series. I hope you like these how-to videos. I know I'm having a great time filming them. And I hope you like the new format. I'm getting creative with some stuff and just having a lot of fun doing this. With that being said, this last weekend I was not able to get out. Unfortunately, I was a little under the weather, and so there's not going to be a fishing video Friday. However, I'm going to do another how-to Friday, and then this next week we're headed back to Oklahoma, and so I'm going to try and get some fishing in there while we're there, and hopefully I'll have some fishing videos coming out again soon. Thank you guys as always. Make sure that you like and subscribe to this page, and follow me if you want to get notifications. Guys, so that's it for this how-to. Until the next video.